Hey guys, welcome to our Inspired Leadership Training. It is a Wednesday, June 20th, if you can believe that. We are just plowing through this year. It's going so fast. I'm outside, so can you guys hear me okay? I think my connection is saying it's unstable, but it seems to be okay. All right, so just type in the chat if for some reason I cut out, and I'll move to the other side of my yard. We're just I've got my housekeeper over and my baby's napping, so we're doing this outside today. Awesome, guys. So welcome. We had a busy weekend. I know some of you came to the More Heart Than Talent event in Marina Del Rey with my coach, Jeffrey Combs. It was an awesome day and lots of learning and growing and shifting. So I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to kind of go around first and just talk about, this is our third week of executive training. How do you guys like the flow of every other week? Or would you rather have it be once a week? How's everybody feeling about that?
I feel good with it every other week.
I agree. Me too.
Perfect. Okay, because I don't want it to be overwhelming. I know we all do a lot of different things. We have a lot of calls every other week. Okay, it seems to be consensus that's working for the group. So we will keep that structure for the rest of the summer. And then we have calls scheduled until after celebration, and then after celebration, we'll kind of reset and we'll start to do some other stuff. I will let you guys know there is going to be a qualified women's retreat that I'm going to be doing in October, the weekend of October 14th. It is going to be at our beach home in Oxnard, and it's going to be a selected event based on just, we're going to look at a couple different things. We're going to look at enrollments and cycles and just energy in the team. Unfortunately, I cannot have everyone there. I would love to be totally inclusive, so I don't want to say exclusive and make people feel bad, but we are going to do it as a qualified event, almost like a top achievers for our team, just like Isagenix does. So it'll be based on performance, and it'll be based on what you're bringing to the table in terms of your leadership. So I'll just kind of throw that out there as a little challenge. It's going to be a weekend, Friday night, Saturday night. It has to be small because I can sleep like 10 adults very, very crammed into that house. But I don't want anyone to have to pay for a hotel. It's going to be, you actually are going to be staying at my home there, and we're going to be doing meditation and personal development on the beach. It's going to be really beautiful. Kathy's going to be there as well. So I'll have some more details, but just if you don't, I'm not going to post it in the big pages. This is just going to be kind of within the group, the smaller group that we have in the leadership training. That's basically where the people are going to be coming from, and it'll be open to about 10 or 11 women. Okay. So I just want to I know we're kind of all over the country now too. Our team is all over, but, wanted to just share that with you guys. So that's going to be in October, and, there'll be more details about that coming soon. So what I wanted to do today, I want to, go around and just kind of share really quickly, because everybody, so that everyone gets a chance to speak if they're able to speak, but just your biggest challenges right now in growing your businesses. With challenges, we don't want to ignore challenges. We want to address them so that we can overcome them and figure out solutions to have them not be challenges, have them be little mini opportunities, or however you want to define it. So I would love to just go around and have everybody share one or two things, 30 seconds to a minute each, of where they find themselves feeling stuck or overwhelmed, or what their personal challenges with their business. And then we'll talk about that. And then we're going to also talk about doing some presentations at the end. I'm going to throw a challenge out to you guys. So who would like to jump out and share first? Suzanne. You have to unmute. Let me unmute you.
I'm doing
Hold
that.
on, you're muted. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My biggest challenge is prospecting. I'm not spending enough time trying to find new customers, so to speak. And also, I'm not prioritizing my Isagenix in my life. I've got so much going on like everyone else. Time management is what I'm trying to say. Managing my time is not really where I would like to be. I need to dedicate more time and focus. So I'm having a hard time doing that. So much is going on, like I said, but that's the case with everyone else. It's not just me. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, thank you for sharing. What would allow you to produce more time for that prospecting and working on your business? What would you have to change in order to make that space?
I think my focus and being more organized, I think would help.
Great. So one of the questions you can ask yourself is, what's important to me right now? So if building the business is a top priority to you, then you will actually structure your day based on the level of importance in your life. So tune in on what's important to Suzanne right now, and that'll give you some more clarity about how to clear that. And you want to work, again, you want to work in defined blocks of time. So it doesn't mean you have to spend 5 hours a day on your business. At some point you might do that. At some days you might need to do that. However, 15-minute, 20-minute blocks of time that you might be wasting thinking about what you're not doing or whatever, you could maybe generate that energy towards an activity.
Okay.
Great insight. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share their challenges that they're... Emily, go ahead, Emily. Hi, nice to see you on here.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I wasn't able to make the last couple ones due to my other business here, but I am struggling with the scientific stuff. So I'm getting lots of interest because I've committed to being consistent about sharing and posting as consistently as I can. But just the scientific stuff. So I know I've been asking a lot of questions in the group chat about, what about this? And I know I've seen that, and you all have been really good about pointing me in the right direction. So I know that I need to commit to studying more about the product and just learning about the resources that are available, because I know that they're out there. I just really need to dedicate some time to committing that all to memory, or at least compiling a large database for myself so that I have the answers.
So what specifically scientifically do you feel like you need to know to be able to connect with people?
I don't know. I just get a lot of, well, it was one where one of my gals that I signed up said, well, it's got xanthan or maltodextrin in it, and it's got soy lecithin in it. I know those are huge things. And I think it was Elaine, or maybe you pointed me in the right direction to isagenixhealth.net. I think it was where all the articles were about that, or just the general what makes it so much better. And you guys are so great about having the non-GMO and the soy free and all the stuff that you guys have just kind of committed to memory, because it's just it comes out of you guys so naturally, and I need to kind of get there. I'm learning still.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that. Here's what I'll share with you is, you do not have to be a nutrition expert, and you do not have to be a scientist to share Isagenix, and you do not have to have the knowledge that maybe myself or Elaine or Becca has. I mean, I've been studying the food industry for 15 years outside of Isagenix. So I know that the best thing you can say in network marketing in terms of building a business is, hey, that's a great question. I'm not sure. Let me find the answer for you. I'm sure someone on my team knows. Or so just so you know, we have 30 full-time scientists that work exclusively for our company at a corporate level. That's not on top of all the different scientists that we collaborate with outside of our corporate structure. So you do not have to be a scientist. You do not have to have a degree in holistic nutrition to be able to run this business. Some of our top income earners, producers in our company have absolutely no background in nutrition. So don't put that pressure on yourself to be an expert, to be perfect in what you say. The best thing you can say as you're growing your business is, that's such a great question, Emily. I don't know the answer, but let me find the answer for you. And like you said, it's just learning to pull resources. So isagenixhealth.net, that might be your new best friend for a little bit. What I did in the beginning, not to overwhelm myself, was I would read or watch or listen to something new every day, even if it was for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, or jumping on a podcast or watching a snippet of a video, even if I didn't have the full chance to watch all of it. So I would just start to learn. So some of the ways you can do that is you can go to isagenixpodcast.com. There's a scientific talks, there's science talks. So if you want to get sciencey, which I encourage all of you, I'm a science geek, but don't get super sciencey, okay? Because it's not duplicatable, and people are going to be overwhelmed by it, and the majority of the population does not care about it. they don't even know what they're eating regularly every day. Like, you know what I mean? So not that it's not important, it is, but don't make that so huge to you, because then you'll attract people that are just focused on that and that are going to keep asking you questions. If it's like an insecurity you have, you'll attract that. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And that
Yeah.
might be what's happening. If you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Everyone you talk to is going to be like, well, how do you not know this? Because you're actually attracting that. So just let that go. Learn as you're going to grow and learn as you talk to people about it. Obviously, there's certain things that we can't say. So you always want to be compliant with medical terms. But if you ever don't know, you go on. Google is your best friend in isogenics. Like, you can type in any question into Google and then Isogenics after it, and it'll probably pull an article from Isogenics Health or a video.
Yeah.
And you can send a video of Jim Rohn. He's one of our top, nutrition experts, talking about the products or whatever. You don't have to be the person to do that. Okay. Elaine and I happen to be very involved in that sort of information. So is Becca. It's just who we are as people. It doesn't mean you have to be that way. Okay. So don't compare yourself to that and don't hold yourself to that standard. And that's for everybody on the team. Please don't be a nutrition expert. You don't have to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you.
For sharing. Awesome. Who else would like to go next? Lauren is in the chat group because her phone is still broken. So I'm going to read her post. She said, I'm struggling with how to attract business partners and not just product users. Of course, product users are important, but I really would love to build a team. I need to break out of my comfort level and shift my posts and Instagram posts. Great challenge, Lauren. So what I want you to think about too is your clients, your customers, your product people. A lot of your business partners will come from that. A lot of people just, 80% of people you enroll are going to be people that just want to do the products. They don't want to do the business, but they might have a health shifting transformation. Raise your hand if you came in for business. Nobody. Raise your hand if you came in for product. Everyone on here came in for product. So you can ask that to a room full of, I've been in conferences where there was 6,000 of us and they've asked that question, and 95% of the room raised their hand just for products. So know that you want to enroll as many people as you can to try the nutrition, and from there you will attract business partners. Now, does that mean you shouldn't talk about the business at all? Absolutely not. You should. And you can get inspiration from, posts that we do about working from home and all of that stuff. It could be, just like right now, like I'm sitting in my backyard doing a business meeting with you guys on my grass. Like that's cool. Like not everybody can do that at a Tuesday at 10:15. So that would be like, you could put that in a post. So just like your day-to-day life, it doesn't have to be really salesy, but you can just post what you're doing with the team that's inspiring to you. Okay. Does that kind of answer your question, Lauren? I'll wait till she types in. Okay. When you can type back, Lauren, you can put it in the chat and I'll read it. Okay. Who else would like to go? Kelly, I see you. So I'm just going to.
Hi.
Am I frozen?
Yes, you're frozen. But I can hear you. Or I was able to anyway.
Sorry, guys. It kicked me off.
Can you hear me okay?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. It kicked me off. I had to log back in. Okay. Go ahead,
Okay.
Kelly.
Okay. So for me, it's sort of being homebound. So I've already been thinking ahead, and I've seen people do like presentations where they have like a table, that's sort of like a weekend show. Maybe it might be, I don't know what it would be, what it would look like, but like a charity event or a fitness event or something like that, where people have tables and they're, raffling off something, or just having information. So that's sort of my idea of how to sort of work around, not like Monday through Friday, not really being able to go places. So maybe like on a Saturday, do something like that, because I don't really have people I could really prospect. after being home for so long. It would be strange for me to be like, hey, I haven't talked to you for 5 or 10 years, but this is what I've been doing and thought of you. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
let's talk about that. We're going to actually, at the end of today, we're going to talk about doing some online presentations, and I'm going to,
You're breaking up.
Yeah, Brittany, you're breaking up badly. We can hardly hear you.
I think I don't have service. I'm going to move. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Where in your community can you connect with other like-minded people? So for instance, are there local gyms, wellness centers that you could go to, Kelly, and say, hey, would I be able to come? I'm a local health and wellness coach working with a company called Isagenix. Have you heard of it? Would you allow me to set up a table here on a Saturday with some free samples? You're going to meet people that way. It might be totally outside your comfort zone, but I guarantee something positive will shift in your life if you start to do those things. So I think that's a beautiful idea, is on a Saturday, go to a local beauty salon, a hair salon, and say, hey, I have some great healthy aging and weight loss products that your clientele might be really interested in. Would I be able to set up a booth and just pass out some samples?
Love it.
Super simple. You can get all of the resources that you need for just like cards and all of that stuff. And you want to have some promotional material. You don't have to spend a fortune, but you can go to isasalestools.com. We have beautiful sales tools there. And you can just order, there's like a launch party kit that's $50. You can order some other additional resources that will actually really help you. Hold on, sorry, I'm like walking around my backyard checking my kids. So you can do that to set yourself up for success. Doing live presentations, doing tables, talking to people, going out in your community. It's the fastest way that you're going to grow and step into leadership. I've done all of it, and I've done it hundreds of times at this point, which is why I feel comfortable doing it. The first couple of times I didn't feel comfortable, and I was nervous and I was scared, and I was like, what if I say the wrong thing? Or what if you just meet the right person and they, whatever, you don't ever know. So I think that that's a really great thing for you to do, Kelly, to kind of branch out. And then we're going to talk in a little bit once everybody else shares. I'm going to teach you guys how to start to do some online launch parties, because that's a huge opportunity for you guys to connect with people and to be able to assist people like just in all different parts of the world. So we're going to actually partner together. Everybody's going to pick one person to do their launch party with. They have to have a partner, and you guys are each going to do your own online launch parties, but we're going to talk about that at the end. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Kelly. Okay. Who else? Let's see. We've got Brittany Goodnight and Brittany Doyle are on. I don't know if you guys are able to. Hi, ladies. Currently can't come on video. Okay. Okay. So she's there with her kids. So Brittany Doyle is brand new to the team. You should follow her on Instagram. She is, what is it? Bad Iron Mama 3 or something, Britt? She's like amazing. You should see, she does these fitness. She's so amazing. I'm like very inspired by what she does. Okay. Bad B.A.D. It's in the chat. So follow her on Instagram. She does like crazy awesome weightlifting workouts with her babies, and I'm very inspired by what you're doing. Okay. So she says, okay, I have had some ladies message me through Instagram. They ask me what I'm doing, bring up Isagenix and how it fits into my lifestyle, but usually goes nowhere. Any tips on continuing that conversation? Great point, Britt. So you have a really good following on Insta. You have a really strong presence in the fitness world on there. So the best thing you can do is when people ask questions, you want to be really brief in your messages back and forth. You don't want to send them back a big long paragraph and verbal vomit on them about what Isagenix is. You want to ask them questions. So what I say when people reach out to me, if they say, oh, what shake are you drinking? Or what is it that you do from home? I'll say, thank you so much, Susie, for your interest in my post. I'd love to find out what inspired you and what made you reach out to me, or what did you like most about my post, or what are your health goals, depending on why they're reaching out. And then I let them answer. They'll usually respond back with, well, I want to lose weight, or I want to work from home, or, blah, 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 whatever their answer is. At that point, I always then invite them into our private health page. So you want to be collecting emails, phone numbers, appointments, and you want to be adding people into our health group. And you're going to do that in a fluid series of questions when somebody responds to you. So it will look like this. Hey, Susie, thanks for reaching out on my post. I'd love to tell you more about the nutrition that I do. Let me first find out about your health goals. Susie's going to write back. I want to lose 20 pounds. I have 3 kids, like blah, 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 whatever her story is. Awesome. That's exactly what we do, Susie. I'd love to add you into our private health page so you could check everything out. Would that be okay with you? She writes back, yes. Awesome. I will add and welcome you today. What's your email so I can send you some additional information? We can set up an appointment. So I'm already like putting out there the intention that 1, we're going to set an appointment. 2, I'm going to send her information to answer all her questions. 3, she's going to get plugged into a health page that's going to be supportive and she's going to be able to check everything out. So it could just be, depending on how you're doing the conversation, I would ask more questions than you do explaining. You really don't want to explain online. You want to get people on the phone, if that makes sense. Does that kind of answer your question, Britt? Awesome. Great tips. Since this is through Instagram, if they don't have Facebook. Yeah, if they don't have Facebook, I always ask, because if it's on Instagram, say, do you have a Facebook page? If they don't, just get their email. Just say, okay, no problem. I'd love to, let me get your email. And also, what are 2 days and times that work for you to do a short call with me so I can answer all your questions? So you can do it that way. Instagram is a different animal. It is very different than Facebook. Most people on Instagram also have Facebook. But if they don't, that's okay. Just get their email or a phone number and call them. But you want to get their contact information for sure. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that. Britt, if you have anything else. I seem to really connect with these ladies. I try not to come off as pushy. Yeah, so you don't want to be, it's not pushy. It's like you're asking questions. You think about it this way. You're interviewing people for your time. Like you don't want to spend time with people that don't deserve your energy, right? So you want to qualify them. Are they committed to their health? You don't want to coach people that aren't committed and chase them down. Like nobody wants to do that. So you are interviewing them. Like, are they the right fit for you? More so than like, oh, I just need to sign up. Because that's a totally different presence to come from than trying to get someone to join your team. You're interviewing people to see if they are qualified to use our health systems or to join you in the business. So you're going to ask them questions and see it. And if somebody tells you, I want to lose 50 pounds, okay, great. That's a wonderful goal, Susie. How committed are you to releasing the 50 pounds? And she might write back, I don't know, on a scale from 1 to 10, how committed are you? I don't know, a 7. Okay, what would allow you to be a 9 or a 10 in your commitment? Like you're just going to keep asking questions because you're going to be, you want a qualified buyer and you want a qualified business partner. So the way you're going to qualify them is by asking questions and getting clear. Like you're going to know after you start to do this for a while, you're going to know if someone is going to buy or join or not. I know in the first 10 seconds on the phone with somebody, I can tell. And if they're not ready, I'm not going to spend a lot of my time because my time is important and their time is important. Okay. Okay, perfect. Great. Thanks, Britt. Okay, let's see. I see Lena on and I see Brittany Goodnight. Who would like to jump out? Lena, you joined a little bit late, so let me just tell you what we're doing so that you're not confused. We're just sharing some of our challenges that you're currently facing in your business, and then we're kind of giving some solutions based on that. So anyone that wants to go, Lena or Britt? There you go, Lena, you're unmuted. Can you hear us? Oh, we can't hear you. Oh, it looks like Lena's having a hard time with her sound. Okay, maybe type in the chat. And Brittany, Goodnight, if you're able to type in the chat, then I'll read your questions. So I'll wait for you guys for a sec. Okay, while they're figuring that out, I'll just kind of move on with it so we can be stay on track with time. The other thing that I want everyone to do is to find an accountability partner that they are going to work with in the group. Oh, let me see. Lena, can you hear her? Go ahead. Oh, we can't hear. Oh no. Okay. Just type and then I'll read it. She can't hear me either. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the sound. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. This is a challenge for you guys. And I will partner with somebody to do it too. But we are going to each have accountability partners out of everyone in the group. So find someone that's maybe close to your area if you can. I'm just going to kind of place you guys. If we need to do a triad, we can do that. We've got some East Coast people. Type in the chat if you're East Coast. I know we've got Kelly, we've got Brittany Goodnight. I don't know where Brittany Doyle is. Brittany Doyle, will you just type where you are located? San Antonio. Oh, awesome. Texas. Okay, cool. That's cool. So we're going to try to find someone that's in your area. If you need to use the groups to do this, that's fine. We don't have to get our partners right now on this call, but here's what we're going to do. You guys are going to go onto isogenicsbusiness.com. There's an online presentation. It's a PowerPoint presentation. You are going to download it. Okay. I will send you the exact link of where it is. I believe it's under, I think it's under training, but I'm not sure exactly the tab, but I will find it and I will post it in the group. You're going to download the presentation. It's a PowerPoint presentation. This PowerPoint presentation, you guys have probably, a lot of you have seen me do it multiple times. I have done this one thousands of times in my Isogenics career. It's one of the fastest ways to get people information about Isogenics, and we're going to do them live on Zoom. So you and your partner are going to pick a launch party date. You're going to do a virtual launch party so that it doesn't matter where people are in the world, they can tune in. Okay. And you guys are going to split the presentation up. Somebody is going to do the health products. Someone's going to do the wealth products. Oh, I just saw Kathy. I didn't know you were back on. You went off my screen. Okay, we're going to have Kathy share in a second. Sorry, Kath. I didn't see you. I thought maybe you jumped off. Okay. So somebody's going to do the health portion and somebody's going to do the wealth portion. Okay, this is going to give you guys an opportunity to learn about presenting, because leaders that run teams, presenting is a skill. It's a skill that you have to develop. You have to get confident with it and you have to go for it. There's really, any top leader in the company, they do presentations. And the more presentations you do, the better you get. And virtual launch parties can be really powerful because people can tune in from wherever. We can record them on Zoom. You can post the link after. You can send it to people when they have questions. It's a great thing. So instead of doing a group one where there's like 17 people trying to present, we're going to break it off into either 2s or 3s, depending on, we'll see how many people we have that need to have partners. Okay. Does that make sense? Natalie's on too. Hi, Natalie. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about that? Either unmute or type in. Okay. So I will send the link for that. I would like it to be in the next 2 weeks. You guys have a date for it. Okay. That gives you a week to start to go over the presentation and start to get comfortable with the slides. When you do it on Zoom, the slides are in front of you. So you just click through them. So you don't want to like read the slides verbatim. You want to get comfortable with the slides, but I think a week is fair, right? Does that work for everybody to kind of go over it? Okay. So I'll post more in the group about that, and then everybody can connect with who they want to work with, because I know like Suzanne and Natalie live right by each other. Lena's in the UK, so we'll find someone to work with Lena. I know the 2 Brittany's are really good friends. Lauren's in Ojai. Emily, where are you?
I'm right by Becca.
You're in by Becca. Becca's not on today because she's on the East Coast with family. You're right by Becca, so you're in like Paso. So even like Lauren, Emily, and Becca, you guys are in a similar, you're more kind of Central Coast. So we could just kind of do it that way and just kind of, connect people that way, like some of the East Coast people, some of the West Coast people, some of the international people, all of those things. Okay. Okay, Natalie is at the post office waiting for her passport, so we're not going to make her speak, but I do want Kathy to share. Kathy, can you share I know you've been in this business longer than any of us, and you're such a veteran in Isogenics, and you're also an Isogenics millionaire, which is a huge deal. So can you share with us some of the challenges that you have, how you overcome those, and what's kind of going on for you right now in your business?
Probably the biggest challenge that I have is all the distractions that I have going on. My husband's like number one. No, Just a lot going on, and I have distractions just really make it hard for me or difficult for me to keep on track. But, we talked about time management, and that's huge. That was my goal on the call 2 weeks ago, was to really refine my schedule. And I've done pretty good. I feel good about it, what I've done so far since the last call. But that's probably my hardest part, is that time management, because I let this little thing start thinking. I think, well, this is why I do this business, is so that I have freedom, but yet I can't have too much freedom, because then I get distracted and all over the place.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Kathy. And I just want you guys to know, like, Kathy and Carl are a perfect example. They've had massive success in network marketing. They're Isagenix millionaires. They've earned multiple six figures a year in our company consistently for years. And it never goes away, right, Kathy? Like the challenges, they never go away. They just show up maybe a little bit differently, or you think about it differently. But as business owners, as humans, your challenges are never going to vanish. So it's important. I think we just talked about that on, I don't remember if it was Mindset Call or when I said that, but it never changes. You never stop having to readdress some of the bad habits or the issues or the mindset or whatever. It never stops. So thank you for sharing that, Kathy, because I think that there's a big lie in the world that when you reach a certain level, like it just all like fairy dust out of it, right? It says it's not true. It's not.
It's still there.
It's still there. Yeah. So, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, families are big distraction. I mean, right now mine is the kids. Obviously, I'll share with you guys mine. I have 3 kids home from school, summer break, 24/7, and none of them wanted to do camps. So they are all 3 home all day, which is like wonderful and also really challenging because it's crazy. And then my house is like constantly messy right now, which drives me absolutely insane. So those are my challenges that I'm overcoming. And I'm extremely busy doing a lot of different projects. I have a class that I'm teaching right now for the next 6 weeks that's outside of Isagenix. I think we have a couple people on the team in there, but so there's a lot of stuff going on. So I have to be crazy diligent about my schedule and about being organized. Even though it's summer and I want to be a free spirit and run around and go to the beach and not have a schedule, I'm still making myself have a schedule. And that's giving me a greater sense of freedom, because when I don't have a schedule, I don't feel free, because then I'm a slave to like, what am I supposed to be doing? I don't know. I feel overwhelmed, all of those things. So we all have different distractions. I know some of you are going through renovations and all of that stuff. Like Susie we talked about this, like I totally understand and I get it. So yeah, I mean, that's really what I wanted to share. We'll keep it short today, right at, the 30-minute mark. Does anyone have questions about the presentation accountability? Does everyone commit to trying that and going for it? Say aye. Aye. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I think it'll be fun, and you know what, you'll learn and you'll grow as you learn, right? That's just what we do in network marketing. And the fastest way to become a leader is just decide that you're going to be one. It's kind of like fake it till you make it type of thing in our industry. You just got to go for it. So we have a lot of resources on Isagenix Business that are great. If you haven't watched the Kathy Coover connecting video, I know I've sent it to a few of you on here. It's really powerful because Kathy Coover, she's so powerful when we see her on stage now, and she does so much in the world, and it's almost, then it's overwhelming to compare yourself to her, but she's a really quiet, shy person. And she was really petrified of doing the things that she's doing in her life today. And so she has a really great video on Isagenix Business about connecting. So I think it'll help a lot of you that are feeling stuck with prospecting or feeling like you don't have the right words or whatever it is. She has a great video, and watch it over and over and over again. I was on a training call, it was probably like at least a year or two ago with Laura Stevens. Laura Stevens is one of the fastest growing businesses in network marketing. She's produced 16 executives. In 3 years, they got to 7 figures per year, not cumulatively, but per year. And she has 3 kids, and her husband is in the military. So if you don't follow Laura Stevens, Becca had her on one of our training calls. She actually did a call for our team. She's just a really sweet, kind lady. beautiful lady. She was so nervous about doing Isogenics and doing network marketing. She said she watched Kathy Coover's connecting video like 60 times. Like she just kept watching it and watching it and watching it because she was committed and she wanted to get her family out of debt, and her husband was overseas and she was a stay-at-home mom with 3 little kids under 5. And you know what I mean? Like a million excuses in the book of why not to do this business, or a million reasons why to do the business. And she chose to look at her challenges as the million reasons why to do the business. And so she said she literally watched that video over and over and over again until she like could memorize Kathy's words and what she was saying, because it just helped her give her the confidence. So I thought that was really amazing. And you can go down the list of all the, you know, top 200 income earners in the company, and everybody has challenges, everybody has fears, all of that stuff. But it's just how committed are you to like overcoming it and doing the things necessary to do that. So, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I will post in the group the steps for doing the online launch party. We'll have to pick different dates, because what we'll do is we can use this. I have an account for Choose Your Life now, and I pay extra every year for the Zoom account to be, so it doesn't max you out at 30 minutes or else it cuts you off and you have to pay like $150 a year. So I don't want you guys to have to do that. So you guys can plan when you find your accountability partner, you'll pick your date. They have to be kind of spread out. They can't all be on the same date, because you guys will actually log into this account and I will show each group how to do that. Okay. But that way people are set up and they know how to use it and they know how to do a presentation on Zoom rather than just logging in and, you know, always listening to me. I don't want you guys to just always log in and listen to me. I want you to be able to use it as a tool to grow your business. Okay. Cool. Any questions?
Yes. I have a question.
Go ahead.
When some of our team members are on a virtual launch party, can we tune in as well, just to
Yes.
listen and see how it's done? Those who are courageous enough to be the first ones to go, I'd love to tune in.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Suzanne. What we'll do is we'll post, once we get all the dates figured out, we'll post everything, and then absolutely the team can invite other people. You can jump on, support. I think that would be great. If you guys want, whoever I partner with, we'll do the first one or whatever. I don't know. So you guys can see like a run through.
That would be great.
And then we'll just kind of go from there. And then people have, whoever can jump on, we can post it in the bigger wealth page and say, hey guys, I'm having an online launch party tonight. You know, please tune in. Feel free to, share your stories in the chat, because then all of a sudden if there's a new person on and there's all these people like sharing like, oh my gosh, I've lost 20 pounds. I feel amazing. Like love our products, like in the chat, like it's powerful, you guys, it's really powerful. But I don't want to do a huge group one, because then not everybody gets a chance to be the leader and to speak. And I want all of you on here to have that opportunity to do that.
Perfect.
Let's see. Brittany has her hand raised. Did you have a question, Britt, or was that from earlier? Okay. If anyone has questions, type in the chat. I'll stay on for another minute to figure that out. It's like really hot outside. I'm going to come inside now. All right, guys, have a rockin' week. We have book club tomorrow, right, Kath? Okay, we're back to book club tomorrow. So catch up on your chapter for Happy Pocket Full of Money. It's posted in the group page for that. I don't know if Brittany Doyle is in there yet. We'll make sure that you guys are in there. We're reading a book called Happy Pocket Full of Money. It's really phenomenal. And we have a book club every Wednesday morning. It's early at 6:30 a.m., but you guys are Eastern, I think. So, but it's really, really fun, and it's a great book. So we do different books in there. So we'll make sure you get added into that, Britt. Okay, guys, have an awesome day. Bye.
Thanks, Britt.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.